Hello friends, welcome to English Shorthand. Today we are providing you 100 words per minute Vice President speech at Academy of Neurology, Hyderabad, coming your way in 5 seconds. Start. I am pleased to inaugurate the 27th annual meeting of the Indian Academy of Neurology, IANCON 2019, and address all of you. Although I am not an expert on the subject like most of the delegates gathered here, I had accepted the invitation to share a few of my thoughts and to get an understanding of the latest developments in your specialty. I am told that more than 2000 delegates, including 15 international experts from USA, UK, Australia, Austria, Portugal, Japan, and Italy, are attending this conference. I wish you all a pleasant and fruitful stay in this beautiful and historic pearl city of Hyderabad. I am happy to know that the Indian Academy of Neurology promotes research, education, and interaction among experts, practitioners, and students of neurology about various neurological disorders. Holding such annual meetings and scientific deliberations are essential to update knowledge and keep abreast of the latest advances. Various programs implemented by successive governments over the past many decades have enabled steady improvement in the health indicators, from improving longevity to eradicating polio and largely controlling other communicable diseases. However, the major concern today is the rapid rise of non-communicable diseases. Although neurological disorders deal with all problems arising from dysfunction of brain, spinal cord, muscles, and nerves, the most common among these are brain stroke, dementia, epilepsy, head injuries, and infections of brain. It is estimated that every year at least 2 million people in India suffer from brain stroke, resulting in long-term disability, including paralysis and other problems. While the government is doing its best to provide effective treatment, the key to stroke management lies in prevention by educating public to control their blood pressure, blood sugar levels, and adopt a healthy lifestyle. Although diseases of brain due to community acquired infections, maternal malnutrition during pregnancy, and lack of oxygen, hypoxia during childbirth are on the decline, I am told that there is rise in acquired neurological diseases non-communicable. This is a worrisome trend and is probably due to changing lifestyle and dietary habits. Over the last 2 decades, burden of non-communicable diseases like stroke, epilepsy, headaches, spine, and brain disorders in India has increased more rapidly than communicable diseases like infections and fever. In fact, 55.2% of all deaths in India in 2016 were due to non-communicable diseases. Brain strokes are one of the leading causes of death and disability in India, alongside heart diseases and lung diseases. The 5 leading risk factors for increased disease burden in recent times are child and maternal malnutrition, air pollution, obesity, high blood pressure, and high blood glucose levels. Surprisingly, all of which can be controlled by a healthy and active lifestyle. It is of immense relevance to health administrators and planners that adequate neurology services have to be provided with requisite workforce and infrastructure both in the urban centers as well as rural population areas, including remote places in the country. I am told that dementia or loss of memory is the second biggest contributor to neurological burden in India. In view of the expected increase in the proportion of elderly population in our society in future, the number of people with dementia is expected to triple in India by 2050. This challenge needs to be addressed with well planned strategies for prevention and treatment of dementia. I am told that epilepsy affects 1% of Indian population. While the public awareness campaigns by neurologists have helped to increase the awareness and reduce the stigma attached to it, the need of the hour is to make accessible the advances in the medical and surgical treatment of epilepsy to the vast majority of our population living in rural areas. The neurological diseases burden needs to be tackled by adopting a multi pronged approach. Apart from augmenting the seats in neurology, more and more hospitals in the rural areas need to be equipped with CT and MRI scans for early diagnosis of neurological disorders. There is also a need to provide rehabilitation services in the rural areas. The lack of adequate rehabilitation services in rural areas can be partly overcome by training the family members in the rehabilitation process so that they can take care of the disabled persons. It is crucial that we address this huge gap in the supply of trained healthcare practitioners by opening more medical colleges and increasing the number of seats at both graduate and postgraduate levels. Nearly 86% of all the medical visits in India are made by people living in rural areas, with the majority required to travel long distances for accessing quality health care facilities. Besides, the out of pocket expenses are driving many into the vicious cycle of debts. To mitigate this crisis, we need to pay much more attention to primary healthcare, which is the first point of contact of any patient with the medical system. Before concluding, I would like to urge the medical fraternity to play a proactive role and launch an awareness campaign on the need to prevent non communicable diseases like diabetes, hypertension, and cancer, which are assuming disturbing proportions. I would like the both private and public hospitals as well as individual doctors to visit nearby schools and colleges in their localities regularly and educate the youngsters on the health hazards posed by modern lifestyles and the need for regular physical activity and healthy dietary habits. Thank you. Jai Hind. Well, guys, I hope the speech was clear and accurate. The link PDF of this speech is given in the description down below. and please do like and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Till then, goodbye. Peace.